After losing his starting job, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. And as usual, Moon to the air right away, intended for Ernest Gibbons. And he makes the catch at the 25-yard line for a gain of 5.
Versus most offenses do.
Call it a 4-yard gain by Gibbons, and Moon to the air once again, and this time under pressure. But he gets it away, and it is complete to Curtis Duncan.
It's there. We see the blitz, and we see the Seahawks coming scot-free. A great job by Warren Moon here, ducking underneath the pressure. I tell you, if there's one of the guys that I would like to have coached in my career, Dan, it would have been Warren Moon. I think he's big. I think he's classy. I think he's smart. And I think he's a great athlete.
Here for Houston to worry about this afternoon. 2nd and 6 from the 45. Moon cranking it up again, and this one complete all the way down to the 37-yard line. And Ernest Gibbons, who needed just 17 yards to move into 2nd place on the Oilers' all-time receiving list, picks up 20 there, and indeed is number 2 on the list now behind Drew Hill.
Now that was a soft coverage there. What we're going to see against the running shoot, and we'll be talking a lot about that
all season long. A gain of 1 for White, 2nd down and 9 from the 34. Moon to the air again, and he's got another completion, and it's the first of the game for Haywood Jeffries. Very impressive opening drive for the Houston Oilers. Warren Moon is 4 for 4. He'll hand off to Lorenzo White, who gets good yardage. He's inside the 20, and really this crowd not exactly packing this Astrodome has been really deathly quiet here, especially for an Oilers opening drive that has been very successful inside the 20 already.
This is exciting today, and I think it's an exciting game with both these teams have a lot at stake.
Well, Lorenzo White is stopped for maybe a yard loss at the 20.
50% of what he's doing today is going to be audibles.
3rd and 5 from the 20. Moon will throw. Has the time and fires across the middle, complete to Webster Slaughter, who tried to get into the goal line, but he is just short. But that will bring up 1st and goal for the Oilers on a gain of 19 from Moon to Slaughter.
Getting in from the 1.
Impressive opening drive for the Oilers. 9:07 into the 1st quarter. 1st and goal from the 1. Moon this time pressured, and he'll go down at the 10-yard line for a big loss. It was Terry Wooden and Raphael Robinson who drops Warren Moon. That's the 18th sack of the year on Warren Moon. Goal now from the 10. It was 1st and goal from the 1, and Moon to the air again to the right side. And this time he's got Slaughter again for a pretty good gain inside the 5-yard line. They'll spot it at about the 3. Robert Blackman, the strong safety for the Seahawks, made the stop on Slaughter. And we'll see what this call is on 3rd and goal. Moon to the air, lops it up for the touchdown, Webster Slaughter. Rick Meyer and the Seahawks from the 21, and this will be Chris Warren, who has been very active early on for Seattle, trying to establish the running attack.
Those things are all delicate with an older quarterback that's been a great one.
Here's Warren again, and this time very close to the 1st down. Needed to get to about the 31-yard line, very close before he's run out of bounds by Chris Dishman.
I think the point here, you can kind of see Seattle's temperament, Dan. They've come out 4 out of the first 5 plays that they've run are runs. Where there's no place for him to run, that'll definitely be part of Buddy Ryan's game plan, I think, today.
2nd and 9 from the 32. Meyer to the air again, lofting it up for Kelvin Martin. It was in and out of his hands, knocked away by Steve Jackson, but he was able to hold on to the football. At 1st and 10 from the 47 for Seattle. Meyer pumps once and twice, this time going down for Martin again, who makes the reception. A flag thrown at the point of the reception. Touchdown for Kelvin Martin, but we'll see what the call was all about. Has to be an interference call, as Steve Jackson was defending on Martin.
Touchdown.
So the touchdown will stand. Rick Meyer to Kelvin Martin, 53 yards for the score.
Now this is great coverage, to tell you the truth. Great coverage. The ball is underthrown, and what happens here, the DB is a disadvantage because he is not looking back in time, doesn't recognize the ball is underthrown. The receiver has the advantage on a deep underthrown ball, comes back and gets it. I tell you, it's a nightmare for the defensive coaches.
And a board in Houston, 2:38 left in the 1st. We'll be right back.
That wasn't Mike Ditka with that coming in there trying to land in the apron, was it?
Well, Mike Ditka, see, is offering Jim Lampley all of his lines today because it was a long night for Jim. Oilers again. This is Curtis Duncan, and this pass is complete all the way up to the 49-yard line. That is close, rather the 44-yard line, close to a first down. Linebacker position, 3rd down and short. Here's the call for Lorenzo White, and he appears to have the first down, although we have not seen an indication yet.
What's to bench him at? They were 1-4, and he had 12 interceptions. He's been close a couple of times here on this drive.
Well, Houston successful on 3rd down conversion so far, 3 for 4, and this is Slaughter trying to get it again, and he's got it. Inside the 30. All the way down to the 19-yard line of Seattle. Webster Slaughter, who's already got a touchdown reception today with a big gain of 35 yards, and there is a little life in the Astrodome now.
A big gain.
There's the numbers on Webster Slaughter. An excellent day. Lorenzo White with a run. He's inside the 15, and that's one of the things that the Seattle defensive team told us, Joe, was that this Houston Oilers offense will pass to set up the run, and Lorenzo White loves the quick hitters when the defense doesn't expect it. At the 14, Moon has time, and he's got another touchdown. Ernest Gibbons.
One place they have not been deficient is down here on the plus 20 in. And Dan, most of the people in the league are failing in this area. The run and shoot's been very productive down here. They're getting their touchdowns when they get down inside. Most of the other teams in the league are really struggling from the 20 in because everybody's playing the zone coverage down there, and they're having a tough time throwing the ball. The run and shoot probably has an advantage there.
Del Greco with a point after attempt, and the Houston Oilers, who began this season 1-4, have won 2 straight games. This looks a little bit like the Houston Oilers run and shoot that's been so effective and has led this team into the playoffs for the last 6 years. We'll be right back to the Astrodome in Houston. 13-7 Oilers over the Seahawks. Houston Oilers. So Al Del Greco missing for the first time in a long time as Rick Meyer just throws this one away as the Seahawks began their drive at the 19, rather the 14-yard line. Seattle, Dan Hicks back with Joe Gibbs, and there's been a coaching controversy here in Houston this year. There's been a quarterback controversy. There's even been a baby controversy. So
Babygate.
The Oilers have had a lot of distractions to get through. We mentioned the 1-4 start. They have won 2 straight. They seem to be turning the corner, even though those victories were against lesser powers in the NFL, New England and Cincinnati.
Well, I think maybe they've gotten everything out of the way. You see Jack Pardee there on the sideline. Maybe they got everything out of the way early in the season, and certainly this is a time to get it rolling. They got most of, as we've mentioned, most of their big division of games coming up for them, so they need to get this thing going. And it looks like today they're off to a good start, Dan, I'll tell you that. Pass that you got there, and it can turn into big runs with those receivers turning and making somebody miss, which we've already seen today.
Turned into a big gain there of 8 yards. Warren Moon to the right side now, and over there he's got Ernest Gibbons for the first down. A penalty marker, though, has been thrown back at the 42-yard line.
Jumping it, I thought they'd go to too deep, but if you start jumping it, now they give you a little hitch and go.
Shotgun now. Warren Moon with time, and he's got his receiver on the far side of the field, and it's Ernest Gibbons. And Gibbons will have first down yardage. He's down to the Seahawk 39. A loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11 from the 40. Moon looks to his left and throws to Webster Slaughter. He's got the ball, loses it out of bounds. It was Eugene Robinson on the coverage, but Slaughter made the reception. Man defense that Seattle plays, he loves that with his run and 3rd and 4, and he's got his man. This is the first catch of the game for Gary Wellman.
Exact same route. Ooh. This looks like last night, man. We had the same thing last night in the fight.
Except I haven't seen a skydiver come down to the field yet. So, although it's escalating a little bit here. Now the flags come out. That was Gary Wellman, and he was covered by Robert Blackman. They got into the initial skirmish.
We got personal foul, number 80 on the offense, unnecessary roughness. We got a first down and 25. Reset the chains, first down 25.
I find that hard to believe, Dan. I mean, everybody over there is punching each other. I mean.
And Lorenzo White will get a try on the right side, and he'll pick up about 4 or 5, but that'll bring up second down and long. Cortez Kennedy ran him down. 21, 10-15 left in the first half. Oilers up 13-7. Here's Lorenzo White. Good yardage inside the 30. They'll mark him down at about the 28, but that will bring up third down and another long conversion attempt for Houston.
It is.
Third down and 15, the 10th play of this drive. Moon working from the shotgun. Going for the end zone again, and just past the outstretched hands of Ernest Gibbons. So Moon going for the end zone on third. Greco, his first field goal attempt in 5 weeks. Flag on the play. The kick is no good, but we will see what the penalty marker indicates, as there was not a lot of foot in that kick by Al Del Greco.
In this case, he doesn't really hit it very good.
Well, it's a holding call.
Holding. Number 91 on the defense. We've got a pull and shoot. Automatic first down.
So a big play there. Tua Tagovailoa called for defensive holding. Information of that from Jack Pardee yesterday in our conversation with him. Third down and 10. Big conversion attempt for the Oilers. Moon steps up in the pocket, frees himself, and now runs it inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line for the Oiler first down.
To get the scoring back up.
Third down and 10. Oilers trying to get 6 points and take advantage of the penalty of Seattle, which sputtered this drive earlier, but Lorenzo White's reception is down at the 15-yard line, and that will once again bring out Al Del Greco, who will try again. And since the other attempt came with a penalty, this will be his first official attempt in the last 3 games, and Al Del Greco capitalizes this time and adds another 3 points for the Oilers, who take a 16-7 lead.
Cortez is on top of that. He was carrying for him there.
Here are the Oilers from their own 34, and as far as Seattle was concerned, Rick Tootin just booted at this 58-yard punt, which deep in his own territory, which has put Houston back more than they expected. So an excellent punt by Rick Tootin to pin them back. Down is into the backfield for Houston. And Warren Moon's pass complete. And as Pat Coleman hauling in his first reception of the game, big gain for Coleman, the third-year man out of Mississippi, 26 yards.
Okay, this is that same route. It's an adjusted against a zone. See the receiver right there just kind of look back and settle down? Now, if that had been man-to-man coverage, he'd have ran a sharp out route. Falls down or pick things off.
Eugene Robinson trying to pick up the slack for his partner, Carlton Gray, who's out with an ankle, as Pat Coleman gets his second reception of the game, just his 7th of the season. Raphael Robinson ran him out of bounds.
I get it done before Warren passes through here.
Warren Moon passing out 3rd and 5 and avoiding the Seahawk pressure and throwing it out of bounds. So an excellent.
The new rule comes into play, Dan, right there. The quarterback's allowed to scramble in that case and throw the ball away. Good first half, and this is going to be something.
Yeah, Al Del Greco, this would be a 51-yard attempt.
I saw him hit these in pre-practice.
It's got enough leg, and it is good. Al Del Greco with a 51-yard field goal. His second of the game. Justice, that's coming up tonight on NBC. Under the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Rick Meyer, and he's got his man across midfield. Doug Thomas with his first catch of the game, and the Seahawks in business. 1:48 and running. They're in Oiler territory. They'll have all 3 of their timeouts. Right side, this time it is Brian Blades. And Blades will make his second reception of the game.
Settle in. Here's 3 wide receivers this time.
And Meyer's going to run for the first down and big yardage. He'll lower his shoulder and get inside the 30, down to the 29.
First, showing his competitive desire to get the first down.
This drive began all the way at their own 17. Now in Oiler territory, and Rick Meyer throws it away. Houston, Chris Dishman brings it back all the way up to the 29.
You You see a mistake here by Rick Meyer. In that case, throwing kind of off balance and in the middle of the defense like that, putting the ball up soft. That's
from the 31. 58 seconds left in the first half. The Oilers up 19-7 over Seattle. Moon out of the shotgun to the far side, and he's got Curtis Duncan. And that'll be good enough for a first down, so the clock stopped with 52 seconds left. Today, hey, I still have all the physical tools, and that was a clear example right there. We go to work out of the shotgun again, and he's got Webster Slaughter, and he's inside the 40 down to the 37 of Seattle. The clock running with 40 seconds left, and it appears that Houston will take a timeout, and we're still not out of the first half. Moon's complete to Slaughter, and he's down at the 21-yard line. Clock runs with 30 seconds left, and the Oilers hurry it up to the offensive line. More
over there, the college team, and Kevin in return took a few shots at him about the fact they haven't been very productive.
Second and 10 for the 21. A pass intended for Slaughter incomplete. Warren Moon nearly had a touchdown, which would have been Slaughter's second of the game. It's third and 10, 17 seconds left. Moon from the shotgun. And going for the end zone again for Slaughter. And this time, again, incomplete. Al Del Greco has a 37-yarder, a 51-yarder, and this will be a 40-yard attempt. It's got plenty of leg. And Al Del Greco has scored 9 straight points for the Houston Oilers, who turn a Chris Dishman interception into another opportunity for points, and they convert with Al Del Greco's third of the game. 39-yard officially for Del Greco. And it was Lamar Lathan who almost wrapped it up, but Myers able to get the 6-yard gain. Third down and 4 from the 44. And this time he's also under pressure and throws it away. That was big number 95, William Fuller. Take the rest of the day off. Shoulder pads are now off. He's nursing a hamstring, and that'll give Gary Brown a chance to rack up some more carries in the Houston backfield as they begin first and 10. And Moon to the air. He finds Jeffries for the completion. Second and 3 on the gain of 7. And this is Gary Brown with a quick hitter. Brown, who got some late impressive carries versus Cincinnati a couple of weeks ago before the Oilers took the bye off, had a touchdown as he got on some late carries in place of Lorenzo White. Brown picks up the first down from the 33. The Oilers up 22-7. Moon has some pressure from the other side as he gets it away to Ernest Givens on the near side. The pass is complete, but Warren Moon took a shot from Terry Wooden, who again was in the offensive backfield of Houston.
think in this case it's a safety, because Rick Meyer was not trying to scramble out, was not out of the pocket when he threw that ball away, Dan. He's inside the pocket, and he was trying to avoid a sack in the end zone for a safety, and he just threw that ball away. That is illegal, and that should be called. Here you see the blitz coming, and that's really Latham. In that case, it was the back's fault. He just really didn't do a good job of picking up the blitz. And in that case, the Oilers were gambling, going for him, figuring, hey, they were going to take a shot at getting the safety, and that's what happened to him.
So Lamar Latham comes up with a safety that puts the Oilers up 24-7. In Denver, 23-7. That game also in the third quarter. As Seattle begins from the 10, and a pretty good gain by Chris Warren, who gets the first down and 10 call from the 11. Brian Blades in motion to the far side. Meyer trying to look his way, pressured again out of the pocket, dumps it over the middle and gets it away to Brian Blades, who makes the reception, and that's good enough for the first down. With 7 in his 10th year out of Northeastern. Seattle operating now to the first down. Meyer finding time, and he's got the big tight end Farrell Edmonds. Edmonds with his first catch of the game and only his 10th of the season.
He's still looking downfield, found the receiver there.
Ball at the 48. And this time the Seahawks on the ground with Chris Warren. He's across midfield and into Houston territory. So the Seattle Seahawks finally with somewhat of a drive here late in the third quarter.
On the phone, I thought I had him recruited. But Houston didn't let him go. We're trying to work out a trade.
Meanwhile, Meyer looks like he's got himself another first down. Complete to Doug Thomas. Steve Jackson made the stop, but the Seahawks are on the move as the clock moves down to 1:33 left in the third quarter. From the 40, Seattle with first down and 10, 1:08 left in the third. And this is John L. Williams for good yardage all the way up to the 30. He down, and the offensive captain in his 8th year out of Florida.
Come to your place.
Closing seconds of the third quarter, Rick Meyer will get the play off, and once again on the ground is Warren. He'll be short of the first down. That'll bring up third down and short, but we have reached the end of the third quarter. See quiet Astrodome crowd now on its feet, trying to prevent the Seahawks from getting the first down, but it was relatively easy for Chris Warren, and it keeps the drive alive with 14:08 on the clock and running in the fourth. Second and 10. Meyer's pass complete, and that is Brian Blades who hauls it in, and he is inside the 10-yard line, very close to another first down.
I'm saying no pass.
All right, we'll see, and we do write these things down. Big play for the Seahawks here, third down, less than a foot. And indeed, they give it to Warren. He's got a lot of running room on the right side, and he is in for the touchdown.
That's definitely been their most consistent running play. Has been the counter play to the right.
Within 24-14, 12:57 left in this one. The Seahawks back in the hunt here at the Astrodome. We'll see what Warren Moon and the Oilers run and shoot can do. Moon gets it away, and making the catch is Curtis Duncan. And another quick pop to Duncan on the right side, and he picks up the first down. So Houston at the 40-yard line will begin another series. First down and 10. The run and shoot is a dead horse, and the Oilers, the best team money can buy, he said, have been struggling. So really, Helton gave the guy that he was a former assistant with under Jerry Glanville here in Houston another shot. Gilbride has had to compete with not only Buddy Ryan, but now this week Kim Helton.
In college.
Second down and 3, and this is Gary Brown, and he's got first down yardage. Gary Brown all the way down to the Seahawk 41. So Houston answering the touchdown drive by Seattle, keeping this one alive in Seattle territory.
That's a consistent little run. Whenever Warren Moon catches just 5 guys sitting in there in the box on his 5 offensive linemen, when he sees that.
6 from the 37, 9:32 left. They lead at 24-14, trying to keep this drive alive. The Seahawks with a blitz. Moon trying to find Curtis Duncan downfield, incomplete. So the Seahawk defense holds on third down and 6.
Call this play.
Third
I'm not
down.
sure there's a good one here. Third and 25.
And here comes the blitz, and that is William Fuller with a sack on Rick Meyer. It's the record at Notre Dame for most touchdown passes. 41 total in his days in South Bend. Warren Moon to the air, and he's got his receiver. That is number 88, Gary Wellman, who makes the catch, and he's inside Seattle territory. And with the clock ticking at 7:11, that's a big play for Houston.
It's tough to run against that. You see
Dwayne.
Moon right here
Dwayne
trying to find a way to get the ball to his back.
And Gary Brown gets the call.
Situations.
8 carries, 42 yards for Brown. He'll get the call again straight up the middle, and he bruises his way inside the 35 down to about the 34. Good gain of 6 for Gary Brown. So Jeff, media reports in Houston speculating on all the different facets of the soap opera Houston season. And the Gamblers coach, Houston Cougars coach, now the Oilers coach. 3rd down and 2 for Warren Moon, and he's got Webster Slaughter for the first down. Yard line of Seattle, 1st down and 10.
There's the blitz again.
Warren Moon
There's
gets
the
rid of it. And another reception. This time it's Gary Wellman making the reception.
And you got me interested with the trivia question.
And here is Brown, and he wants another touchdown. He had one against Cincinnati a couple of weeks ago.
It's 35-35 at halftime.
Warren Moon looking for another touchdown score, and this time he finds a Seahawk, and that is Eugene Robinson, who comes up with the interception right in his numbers. In Eugene Robinson's 9-year pro career, so the Seahawks with another chance here late, and Meyer goes down at the 14. Dan McGuire, the big 6'8", 243-pounder out of San Diego State. Very limited action this year. Has his first pass, and it is complete, but very short. Michael Barrow right in the face of John L. Williams to bring him down for actually what may have turned out to be a loss of a yard at this point. But Dan McGuire is in, and on 4th down and 8, Seattle's real last gasp. His pass intended for Blades and almost picked off by Steve Jackson. Third straight, Warren Moon impressive, except for the couple of interceptions he threw.
I think it was a big day and a big statement by
Oilers
Warren Moon.
Improved to 4-4 on the season, and the Seattle Seahawks fall to 4-5. Final score, Houston wins it 24-14. We'll be right back to the Astrodome in a moment.